Hey, how's it going, guys? Welcome to the stream. Making sure the mic's working. Yep, seems to be working okay. How's it going, everybody? So we're going to have to do a little bit more here, a little more Battlestar Galactica Deadlock. I want to try to wait until we get a few more people into this stream. At that point, if anybody wants to go ahead and do a little multiplayer battle, I don't see why we can't. People into this stream. So let's see what happens. Well, hello guys, good to see a few of you. We're going to get started very, very soon. I want to give people maybe a few more seconds to jump in, and then we're going to do some battles here in Battlestar Galactica Deadlock. Trying to take a look here. Now, I'm trying to watch all channels at once. We're obviously running this on YouTube, we're running this on Twitch as well, but honestly, if you want to get a message out, highly recommend you join our Twitch channel, because that's the one I mostly am focusing on. And right now what we're trying to do is maybe get a multiplayer match going, maybe do some story missions, something like that, and just have some fun in general. After we do this Battlestar Galactica Deadlock stream, we're going to jump into Field of Glory 2, I should say, and we're going to play some of that. So let's see how it goes, guys, and we'll see if we have any takers in terms of a multiplayer match. If not, maybe we'll jump into one of the story missions and see how we do, and if we can get a victory. So I'm going to go ahead and load up a multiplayer match, and I think I'm going to take 8,000 points. That's generally my favorite. So we're going to go ahead and hit play, create a match. It looks like there's only one player in the lobby. And actually, I'll play with the fleet that I played against David Sherrock yesterday for the finals, which, by the way, I hope you guys enjoyed that. It was really, really fun for both of us. I'm going to go ahead and just do 4,000 points, see if an opponent joins, and if he does, we'll see what happens. I also want to try and possibly test out the Cylons today. I really, really want to see what they're like and hopefully have some fun. No, Peanut Cat. we wouldn't give you a key for that. It's sort of like saying, like, you know, give me a key and I'll go to court for this ticket. No, we'll just come arrest you. It's okay. We don't have to worry about it. How you doing, Taglieshk? Good to see you, man. See if anybody wants to join here. Remember, guys, 4,000 points. Anybody can join. To do some multiplayer. And hey, welcome to the channel. I hope that popped up. Hold on, let's see. Yeah, it did. Danak. Good to see you, man. Very cool. We got Mick Mac. Very cool. So we're going to be going with that Colonial Adamant Fleet 1. This is the one that I created to face David. We've had some victories with this fleet, but we've also had some defeats. So I think it's going to be interesting to see how it goes. And I don't know if we're facing anybody from the actual stream. It would be pretty cool. Let's go ahead and do that. Ready up. I know it's hard to say my nickname, but it was just funny. Taglieshek? I have no idea. I'm assuming that the last part of your name, PL, is for Poland. I've actually got quite a few Polish friends. The only word I know in Polish is kurwa. And dobranoc, actually. But everything else, and bączkę, so 3 words, but everything else I'm pretty much not too good on. Yeah, yesterday we did have a tournament stream. It was the final between me and David. I'm not going to tell you who won, but it was really, really fun. So guys, right away, I already see that this guy has 3 large crafts. He might be playing, if I'm going to guess, I'm going to say these are Battlestars. And that he's playing as the Colonials. That's my guess. Again, may or may not be right. He could also be playing as Cylons and just basically have 3 massive base stars. Totally possible. We'll have to go ahead and see what happens. Of course, in the meantime, we'll launch our ships, get up in the sky, and get ready for a fight. We can go ahead and end our turn. Yeah, pretty much. I used to buy lots of punch. I used to live in actually a Polish neighborhood in New York when I was living in New York, and that's how I learned those words. I bought lots and lots of punchki. They were delicious. So right now we're just waiting for the enemy to finish his turn. He's definitely setting something up, which leads me to believe that this could be a Cylon force. But the movement speed leads me to believe that maybe not. Maybe it's just a regular Colonial fleet. You know, I have to say, especially yesterday with the tournament match against David, it was really cool to see how he was able to make the Cylons work. I mean, the thing with playing as Cylons in multiplayer is if you don't know what you're doing, you're going to get absolutely hammered. If you play with Colonials in multiplayer and you don't know what you're doing, you could pretty much eke out a victory either way, as long as you remember to fire your missiles, use some flak, etc. But as Cylons, you really need to know. So it's interesting to see sort of how this is going to work out. I hope that we do pretty well. But I can see over here, he's moving one of these fleets over here. This is another possible Cylon tactic, but we won't know until we see the first of this enemy's ships. Let's end the turn. Put some beautiful guns on this Battlestar. Just look at those on top. Here we go. Should be getting into range pretty soon. Okay, definitely enemy Viper Mark II. So I think we're facing enemy Battlestars. Almost certain that we're facing enemy Battlestars. Probably going to go ahead and fire these torps. See if we can't get a good hit on the enemy.
Yes, sir.
Yes, it is. So Fleisch, in multiplayer, it's like that. For, you know, just like a skirmish game or something like that, no, absolutely not. You could take all the time in the world. And there's also different, like, multiplayer settings. So, for instance, you know, you could, in a single multiplayer game, you could go ahead and decide, you know, for instance, we want 280 seconds instead of 120. You could really take a long time. Indeed. Well, I don't know if I'm going to learn much because we're not facing Cylons. I want to face a Cylon opponent. I really want to see if somebody's willing to do some multiplayer with the Cylons to see if I can't beat them. I didn't set my fleet. Damn, Micmac. Gah! Ah, Battlestar-like ship, Tagliesque. So he's got big ones. I'm guessing he's got Battlestars for sure. 3 Battlestars, from what I can tell. But if he's telling us he didn't set up, he could be lying. He did, after all, have Mark IIs, and that requires some setting up. So I'm a little suspicious about this guy, but we'll see what happens. He's taking quite a lot of time here to end his turn as well. Here we go. Oh, there we go. Firing. Oh, yeah. Look at this. Oh, it's an Adamant class. And Adamant classes are pretty nice. All of our torps missed. Missed torps. Oh, my goodness. Completely missed with the torps. That is frustrating, to say the least. We still have some Manticores here, and I believe we can fire some guided missiles. That's the problem with torpedoes. I mean, you may be able to fire them more frequently and you're going to get a lot more shots out of them, but it's very easy to just get out of their way. I wouldn't say very easy, but especially at this distance, quite a lot easier than it should be. Let's go ahead and aim over here. Make sure that everybody's fired their torps. Guided missile. We're going to fire 3 sets of guided missiles at this guy. Over 40 hours and I can't use it on MP servers because it's too massive and broke servers. Says Taglish. That sounds like some of the Battlestars we have in the game, man. Absolutely. And so far I'm just keeping my my Mark IIs here. We actually have 1 squad of Mark Is. Firing some torps. He's going to get a direct hit. Oh no! Look at that! Look at that miss! That was a beautiful miss, guys. So it went right over our Manticore. I was certain he got a hit there. But nope. We got lucky. Very lucky. And we can see he's got another Manticore over here.
On it, Commander.
Now we could start taking the Viper Mark IIs and selecting maybe something like his Manticore. I think we're going to do that. So let's take that Mark II. We'll take another Mark II and set it on that second Manticore. We're basically ignoring his Mark II squadrons. That luck indeed. And so say we all is a good follow-up for that. So we're going to go ahead. 70 seconds still. I'm going to go ahead and end there. I think that once those actual guided missiles smash into his ship, he's going to take some nasty hits. Make sure that this Manticore is decreasing his elevation significantly. And I could use another rank up, so I'm looking forward to a victory here. I think everybody made a mistake. If you didn't vote for me here, you made a mistake. This is an easy win. Unless I screw up horrifically, this is definitely going to be my victory. Here we go. He's taking his time. I wonder what he's going for. He might be trying to do some flak. I'm not sure. If he pops flak right now, he's going to stop a lot of damage. But I'm not sure if he's going to know how. Boom, boom, boom. Nope. Incoming fire. And that incoming fire is smashing into our Manticore quite a lot here. Please don't forget, guys, Muso put it down below to join our Battlestar Galactica Deadlock tournament. We want as many of you there as possible. We really want to see the kind of skill you guys have to show off. And, you know, this is definitely a chance for you guys to win some incredible prizes. So absolutely sign up. And come on, I know a lot of you guys here in this stream are very, very good at this game. And by the way, I want to say hello to everybody watching on YouTube as well. We're mainly watching here on Twitch, but of course, we love our YouTube viewers too. We put most of our videos on YouTube, in fact. So today we just happen to be focusing mostly on Twitch. If you want to bet or do anything like that, and of course, no, we're not betting real money, I wish. You can always hop over to Twitch and do that, and then hop back on over to YouTube. Focus fire on this sumbitch. I'm gonna try to fire at the Adamant. Theta, so say we all.
Manticore is taking damage.
Yeah, that Manticore is getting smashed, man. And actually, the enemy is flanking us. Wow, he actually took out one of our Manticores. Very nice. Told you I didn't believe this guy when he said he was a noob or didn't set his fleet up. I mean, I can believe he didn't set his fleet up, but he started setting it up for sure. Let's keep this Battlestar back.
Yes,
and we're going to make that Manticore our new target. Increase some of the damage here. Fire torps. This guy is going right under our Manticore. Man, that was a hell of a move, I have to say. This Manticore will start bringing him around as well. And we're going to have to start turning this guy anyway. He's going to have to turn eventually. And in one turn, we can go ahead and fire the guided missile. So that's pretty cool. But man, this guy got the first kill. Considering his situation, I would say that's pretty good. We go twerps. He's gonna try to kamikaze for sure, for sure. Can already see it coming. Yup. He's gonna kamikaze. Oh, you bastard. So I think he may have taken some of our systems offline. He's taken our hangar offline, so our Mark IIs are useless. We're gonna have to fire something else. We're still gonna have to wait for the reload there on the torps, of course. And he's actually moving in with the Adamant class. So I definitely want to target that Adamant class. Sneaky, sneaky, sneaky guy. Let's go ahead and fire guided missiles. Somewhere he's got a Manticore. I have no idea where it is, but somewhere he's got one. Let's see if we can find it. Maybe we destroyed it? I definitely don't see the Manticore. That being said, let's fire the guided missile. Oh yes, you can definitely kamikaze. And honestly, it's really not something dishonorable, as long as you're not using it, you know, just to be cheap. Like this guy saw an opportunity to do some damage and he took it. Pretty straightforward. Let's end the turn. We can't say kamikaze. All right, there we go. There we go. Oh, come on! Come on, that Adamant should be dead by now. And I think he's going to try to smash into my Battlestar. If I didn't know any better. If we go up here, we're going to crash into that debris, so I'm going to try to go just underneath it. Maybe bring this guy around too.
On it, Commander.
Fire a torpedo once again. And basically anything we can shoot at this guy we're going to. We know he's dangerous. We know he's trying to use this thing as a weapon. So we're going to try to take down his ship as fast as possible. I think this next volley is going to do a lot of damage to him.
Missiles incoming.
Could even kill him. There we go. Sure enough, we got him. I think he would do really well in a rematch. So let's go ahead and set it up again. This time maybe he'll have a chance to build his fleet. So I'm going to create a match. 4,000 points is once again what we're going for. We're not even changing our fleet up. We're just keeping what we have and hoping for the best. Watching too much of Pegasus Last Stand. Hey, welcome Kojav. Welcome, man. Hello. Welcome to the stream. Thanks for following. Got 41 viewers here just on Twitch. Let's see how many we have on YouTube. And not as many on YouTube as we like. 4 and 5. Let's see if he jumps in here. I wonder if he's going to go make his fleet. Remember, anybody can face me here. We are on the public server, so just look for Agrippa Maxenius. Jump in. We're doing 4,000 point battles here. You know, like I said, usually I play 8K battles, but 4,000 is fine for now. It definitely is the Sardonyx God, and we'll be doing some following of those turns, some in the auto cam. But I felt for this battle it was pretty easy, and it probably would look awesome on the auto cam as well, but I want more of a challenge. You know, yesterday we had a huge battle. The autocam was unbelievable. It's probably the best autocam I've seen was yesterday's battle with me and David. It was just non-stop action. But we will definitely be seeing some autocam before the end of this stream. I promise you that. Don't forget, guys, if you are new, make sure to subscribe, not just to the stream, but also to our YouTube channels. We really need as many people over there as possible. And I'm going to go ahead and put one of them here right now. Hold on one second. So please also subscribe here. Obviously, subscribe to Twitch if you haven't already. Yeah, and it's an incredible replay. Muso is definitely telling you it's true, but I mean, the replay is unbelievable. We'll watch one very soon here. If somebody will join, it's a damn match. If not, I'll just jump into a regular match. I've really been wanting to create a Cylon fleet, so maybe you guys can watch me do that. See if it works. I mean, I'm not very good with the Cylons. Like I said, I haven't had much practice with Cylons, but maybe we can try a Cylon fleet and see how it does. See if it does well. Oh, come on! I thought this guy was coming back for a rematch. I've got some hopes for this guy that he's actually going to beat me with a proper fleet. Hello, Berserk Smurf, welcome. Here we go. It's Big Mac again. Welcome back, man. He's ready to go. Welcome, boss. I like your name, or is it Balois? I like both. Here we go. Now I think this guy's got a much better chance at a victory. So we'll see how you guys bet. We will allow you guys to bet on me versus this guy. But I think this guy played pretty well for just having 3 ships. We'll see what happens. You can tell this guy's not too happy. Since the last match, he's like, I am going to kick the shit out of Agrippa. I don't give a damn. He's getting his ass kicked. You can tell. He's not too happy. You know, I could have been Mr. Nice Guy, and I could have been like, oh, you haven't set your fleet? No problem, man. I'll quit the game. But then I would have lost. You know how this multiplayer stuff works. So I had to be nasty and be like, well, you know, that's your fault, not mine. I'm sorry. Your mistake, obviously. We'll go ahead and pop this. Oh, nice. Fleischbest is betting big time. Ah, no contest. Launch some Vipers. Ah, now the contest is up. Thanks, Muso. I could start firing torps now, but I think I'll wait just a bit. Oh, you're putting me under a lot of pressure, Fleischpest. Thanks, man, but it's definitely a lot of pressure. All right, here we go. Remember, guys, you can't just bet Agrippa. I appreciate it, but you have to bet win or lose. In this case, for me, you would bet win. For Mac, you would bet lose. So here we go. Wow, he's got a lot of Vipers. A lot of Vipers, man. So let's see how he deals with these.
Yes, Commander.
I'm going to pull back some of these Manticores.
Understood.
Oh, I think this guy's more than ready this time. And we don't have nearly this many Vipers. We could fire a torp, see how he deals with it. So I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to fire it right at this central ship. And the turn, and see what happens. Now this torp is more of like, almost like a scout missile, if that makes sense. It's not going to give us any more of a better view of his ships, but I want to see how he reacts to the torpedoes. Does he know how to use the flak? Is he going to use it against us? Only time will tell. Oh, somebody should definitely bet on lose. I'm not feeling all that confident right now. Not with that many Mark IIs in the sky. That's at least 60 Mark IIs. If not, or sorry, more than 60. Way more than 60. 6 times 32. Somebody do the math on this. And that's if they're Mark IIs. If they're Mark Is, it's even more. And only you won't lose. Oh, you're going to win big time, Musso, in this one. People have way too much confidence in me. You shouldn't have as much confidence in Agrippa. We'll have to see, though. Maybe I'm wrong. All right, here we go. Oh, boy, he's taking his time. He's really taking his time. Here we go. I think he's going to try to move out of the way. Yep, sure enough. So he definitely knows how to move out of the way. Oh, maybe not. Maybe not. I'm already starting to see one of his unidentified contacts. So, you know what we've got to do? We've got to immediately start targeting that. Heavy Raider Squadron. And these are Raiders, guys. These are Raiders. He's playing with Cylons. Oh, we're going to have some fun. He is definitely playing with some Cylons. Torpedoes. Let's fire at this guy. Hey, Kandra, how's it going, buddy? Salute to you too, man. Fail at bot. That's okay, Berserk. I do too. Not a problem, man. Yes, Ard. That's a very good point. Ard makes a really good point. Because yesterday when I was doing the match with David, David was playing as the Cylons, and he also took quite a while on his turns. With the Cylons, you've got to do a lot more micromanaging. But if you learn that micromanaging, you get really, really good. It actually kind of almost reminds me of the Protoss in StarCraft, where the Protoss required a lot of micromanaging to be able to actually play them well, but once people figured it out, they got extremely good. So if this guy is playing with Cylons, he's going to do very well if he knows what he's doing. Obviously, we don't know if this guy knows what he's doing. He could be awful, but I've got some faith in this guy. Nice. Good work, Kandra. Don't spend it all in one day. Here we go. Here we go. Come on. I hope our Mark IIs can kill this Cylon ship. It's obviously not going to be the only one he has, and I definitely hope he doesn't have any war drivers. Here we go. Welcome to the stream, man. Thank you for following. 46 viewers. Man, this is weird. What is... Look at this. Look at this. What the hell is going on there? You guys see that? What the hell is going on there? So sadly, our torpedoes hit this space station, but I don't know what the hell that was. Like, this squadron, this Raider squadron was just bugging out. Oh, well. We're still targeting these Raiders, pretty sure. Yep. So 11 of them left. Let's get this fellow here. Going to be firing flak out the right side. And with this guy, I'm going to be firing flak out the left side. Actually, maybe with the... I always thought with the adamant you could fire flak. I could be wrong. You could definitely fire at enemy ships, but I guess we're out of flak. Too bad. Too bad. We can't get any target lock on any of his ships, so we're going to have to move in nice and slow. So only our Battlestars can get the flak going. The rest of these ships are going to have to fight it out, old style. Go drunk toasters. Exactly. Don't drink and fly toasters. What's wrong with you? You should know better. You're endangering people in space. You're endangering space life forms, of which there are few. Look at that beautiful landscape too behind there. That huge I guess, an asteroid, a massive asteroid. So our torps totally missed. They smashed into... Actually, this looks like a refueling station. I think that's what it is. You can actually see the containers there of what would be gasoline or something like that. Some sort of fuel. Move in here, park your ship, and refuel. Pretty cool. Here we go. They're sending their toasters in heavy. And we see what they finally got. Yeah, those toasters are coming in real heavy. Real heavy, man. Go ahead and make sure these guys don't crash together. So we want to take out the Revenant. We want to take out the Cerberus. I don't know what he's got back here, but he's got a Nemesis here. This guy's got a really cool setup. I'm going to start targeting... I hate the Nemesis because... It actually, you know, it can hack you really badly, but I think I'm going to start targeting the Revenant. I think this is right now the most dangerous ship we're facing.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, the Cerberus is probably even more dangerous, but the Cerberus is pretty stationary, whereas this Revenant can move very quickly. So let's go ahead and throw everything we've got at this piece of crap. And actually, I will fire a torpedo if I have to. Let's go ahead and fire a torpedo at the Cerberus. I'm going to try to get this Battlestar a little bit closer to the enemy ships. But I want to do it in a way that our ship doesn't crash. It's going to be a really, really close maneuver, guys. We might mess this up. So don't hold it against me if we do, but this is a massive maneuver. Yes, you're absolutely right, Dagliesh. It's the game's currency. Yes, thanks, Muso. So Tilium is the game's currency. I'm not sure. I don't know enough about Battlestar Galactica lore to know if Tilium is the fuel, but it could very well be. Welcome, Kone Koen. There's no way I'm going to get that right. I don't think so. Hey, you guys should bet on this one. This should be a massive bet right here. Is Agrippa going to crash? You got to do it quick, though. I don't think I'm going to. I've been improving my piloting skills, but we'll see. Look at how many freaking raiders he's got, though. That's unbelievable. The actual ship battles here are crazy. Here we go, here we go, here we go. Oh, oh, oh. Oh. Okay, so there we go. He's already hacking. Told you guys. Got to have that faith, man. All right, once again, we're going to be very dangerous here with this maneuver. Yes. And I could go ahead and take this Manticore and smash into his Cerberus. I think I'm going to. Unless, you know what? We'll be fair. We're not going to play it cheap. We'll play it fair. Fair is no fun, but what the hell. Move this guy up as well. We'll also focus fire on that ship. My concern is that his actual fighters are going to wipe me out. I mean, his fighters have got a lot of freaking power here. Get up and see if I can start targeting this guy. Get this Manticore to focus fire on there. We'll even increase damage output a little bit here. And this guy's hacked, so we got to be careful. Very soon, this guy could be out of commission. And yes, it's true. We're getting really close. Really, really close to crashing, but, you know, we're still managing to make it. Can't be afraid to make those maneuvers. Am I right, guys? Here we go. He could also be going for an impact crash right here. That's what I think he's going to do, but we'll have to see. Oh, awesome, Berserk Smurf. It's going to be interesting to see how it does on console. It really is. I can't wait to see. But yeah, me and the Slytherin team, the Matrix team, we're definitely, most of us, I can at least speak for the marketing department, we're all PC guys. For the most part. Of course, we've got multiple departments, but I think for marketing, we're all PC. Here we go. Ah! Let's get a kill. Come on, come on. Oh, this could be a crash. This could be a crash. Torpedoes out. Oh, no, those are guided missiles. And yeah, he's definitely going for the kill here. Shit, man. I don't know what to do. I'm going to keep on... And he's got another Cerberus there. I could actually smash into him with my Battlestar. But that wouldn't be a very good idea. Let's do that. Let's grab this guy. Let's raise him up, because he's going for a full-on crash. So we're gonna have to go up all the way. I'm gonna try to fire torpedoes. And actually, I'm not gonna fire them at the Revenant. I'm gonna fire them at the Cerberus. It's gonna be a weird firing. Although most firings are, you know what I mean? Teehee. Ugh. Here we go. And yeah, that ship passed right over us, the Nemesis. Man, this guy's not bad. Alright, well, let's hope he doesn't succeed in crashing into us, because he's definitely going for a kamikaze attack on this ship. We're going to try to raise up and hopefully get out of his way. Yeah, I've got to admit, I mean, Berserk Smurf has a good point in terms of being able to play on a bigger screen, but, I mean, there are plenty of ways, if you've got a flat screen and a PC, to hook your PC up to the flat screen and still play that way. I used to do it when I was back in the States. Now I don't find the need for a TV. I just have a laptop. YouTube's enough for me. Let's go. And this guy, man, he's really playing well. Like, he's taking his time. You can see on every single one of these turns, he's taking his time. And actually, he got out of the way. I think I panicked a little there. And finally, our flak is killing some of his raiders. Finally. About damn time. I'm going to turn the Battlestar this way. I'm really mostly focused on targeting his raiders now. But that Revenant has to go. He's got to go. He's making me work for this, though. He's really making me work for this. We probably are going to crash with the Revenant, but that's actually my intention. I'll sack a Revenant to take that guy out this turn. Alright, and we're going to raise our Battlestar up. Let's watch these guys. Just in case, I'm going to send this guy after him. And this guy is going to start heading towards the other enemy Cerberus. We could probably take this guy out. A nice torpedo volley without having to sack our Manticore. But you know what? Better be safe than sorry. Well, you know what? No, we're going to try to save the Manticore. I said we're not going to be cheap, so we're not going to be cheap. All right, here we go, guys. And turn. Ooh! Revenant is badly damaged, but so is our Manticore. Come on, come on, come on!
So say we all.
Right here, we can have a crash. Gotta be careful. Let's see what this Manticore can do. Focus fire on Cerberus. Fire a guided missile right at this bastard. And we're going to try to do the same here.
On it, Commander.
The Revenant. Fire a guided missile. Sorry, not with the Revenant. Against the Cerberus with the Adamant. Remember who you're fighting for, Agrippa. Cylons are taking over my brain. Yes, 225 meters. What's wrong with you? How could you not have a massive, giant television? All of us have that. No, of course not. All right, this guy's gone. I think we can fire a guided missile here. And yeah, what the hell? I'm going to shoot at this guy just to finally, like, finish him off. Here we go. Here we go. Get him, get him, get him.
Manticore down.
Manticore is down. We finally got the Revenant, but man, this is confusing, or definitely a tough battle, put it that way, because now we've got to, of course, deal with the enemy here. And this time I might actually go for a crash. He went for a kamikaze last turn. I think it's only fair to return the favor.
Understood.
But you know what? I think it would be better for us to crash into this one, because this guy's hacked, right? Turn this one around without crashing. This is going to be tough. And basically you start chasing this guy up here, the Nemesis. That Nemesis is a pain in the ass. We absolutely want to take it out. So we also want to take out the Cerberus class ships here. Here we go. Oh, we still hit it. We still hit it. Wow. Wow. So the first one destroyed one of his Cerberus class ships. The second one did a tremendous amount of damage to the second. But it's not over. It's definitely not over. He's still got this Cerberus left. Now, he's going to die soon, but that Nemesis could pose a threat. He's got very, very high elevation. And you can see all we have left is an Adamant and an Artemis. Our Manticores are all dead at this point. No Manticores left. Now, one thing I am going to do, I'm not sure torpedoes are actually going to be able to hit this Nemesis. He's a very fast mover, but we're still going to try. We're also going to take our Mark 1 squadron, pretty weak squad. Now, Mark 1s are still good, but nothing compared to Mark 2s. It's sort of the difference between an F-16 and an F-18. The F-16 is crap compared to the F-18. Let's see. We'll see what happens. It's going to be a very interesting match. I wish I could have thrown this up on my channel, to be honest. This was a cool match no matter what happens. And we're definitely going to watch the auto replay after, guys. Yes, a very long match, Tescure. Very, very long match for sure. And we're definitely not out of the woods yet. Get him, get him, get him. Oh, enemy's firing torps. Now, we did actually manage to hit his ship with some torpedoes, the Nemesis, but he's not too badly damaged. The Cerberus is gone. Now we're chasing that enemy Nemesis, guys. Amazing. So remember what he said last turn. He said, "I'm gonna beat you when I get to set up my when I get to set up my fleet." I guess you didn't get to beat me. Well, who knows? Who knows? I'm not gonna count my chickens before, or count my eggs before they hatch, but I feel pretty confident here. Down 8. That hull is holding up, though. And he's still hacking a ship, so who knows? Come on, guys. Got to fire better than that. Yeah, he's doing a lot of damage hacking. Fire guided missile, and let's finish this bastard off. But I love this guy. He did a really good job. Now you know how all the users feel, Muso. When they needlessly gamble them away. There we go, and yes, victory to Maxentius again. I love it. And I just got an achievement. Grab your gun and bring in the cat? Was our team on drugs when they were doing this? What the hell is going on? Ah, thanks, Jock. That makes sense. So here we go, guys. We're going to view the autocam replay. Now, for the autocam replay, I like to let you guys watch and just have fun. So I'm not going to speak over this part. Just watch, see what you think, and comment in the chat. man, that battle was vicious. I don't think I've heard the guns going on that consistently in any battle at all. Like, we just kept firing nonstop at those Cylons. I think that was awesome. Thank you so much, Berserk Sir. This game is beautiful. It certainly is. And, man, look at that. Like, these ships did so much damage. Look at the damage inflicted. 388. 121 by this guy. Let's see if our dead ships inflicted even more damage. No, it looks like the Artemis definitely inflicted the most. But man, that was awesome. So, what do you know, guys? What do you think about the replay, the auto replay system? We definitely want to hear your thoughts. Not to mention, you know, at any point during a replay, you can go ahead, escape to exit. You want to get out, just sort of do this. And you can actually go ahead, record your autocam and upload it to YouTube or upload it wherever you want. And you can also control the speed. So if you have like a really cool nuke explosion or something like that, you can actually slow down to a quarter of the speed. You can see, like, we could actually follow those torps as they move towards their target. So there's just so much you can do here. You can move the camera around. It's totally up to you. You're basically directing your own movie. Here we go. Look at that. Let me just show you guys the slow motion. Boom, boom, boom. Oh, I love it. So that's, I believe you can. I mean, once you actually record it, I would suggest you try to get the recording you want here first, and then of course you can rewatch as many times as you like. All right, we're gonna pause there. Alright guys, well, we did our Battlestar Galactica Deadlock stream here, but what we're going to be doing next is we're actually going to be taking a look at Field of Glory 2. I really hope you guys will join us for this stream because, like I said, Field of Glory 2 is really a fascinating game. It focuses on ancient warfare and stuff like that, particularly during the years 280 BC to 30 BC. We've got the Roman legions in there. We've got Gauls. We've got all sorts of amazing stuff. I don't think there's anything wrong with getting started on that stream right now. So just give me a few minutes, guys, probably even less than a few minutes. We're going to go ahead and get Field of Glory 2 up and running. You're absolutely right, Fleisch Pest. It definitely will help with that. So let me get Field of Glory 2 up. 1 second, guys. All right, sorry about that, guys. This should work now. That happens pretty regularly here, Dog Beach. Here at the Slytherin office, we tend to do that just for entertainment purposes. We just walk around and slap each other. Administer beatings. Let's see. So I want to make sure that this is showing up. First of all, there we go, guys. So yeah, we've got the Field of Glory 2 stream ready to go. We're probably going to jump into a battle I already had going. I want to take a look here at the epic battle and show you guys, first of all, the epic battles. But we're probably going to wait another 10 minutes or so before we really start showing you most of the game. Although we'll start the battle now. I have no issue with doing that. These are just some of the epic battles you can play as. This is the Carthaginian side. The Roman side, you can decide who to play as. But we actually had a battle going on. And I believe it was Stream Epic 1. So let's try this one. If not, I might want to go for my autosave. I think that's probably the safest. No, that would have been recent. If not, we'll go ahead and jump into a new battle, which wouldn't be such a bad idea. We'll see. We've had a lot of updates, Pixel. I hope that the Baghdad save worked. It may not have. We'll have to see. And it was actually Kaironeia. This is the one we were doing. So yeah, I think we're going to have to go ahead and get a new battle going. Let's see. Let's see if I can find it. In this case, I think we're definitely going to have to start a new battle. So we'll let you guys decide what battle we play as, or what battle we start, I should say. Let's go ahead and... All right, guys, we're going to move back. And actually, I think what we'll do, Richard Bodley Scott, the creator of the game, had a really cool suggestion where he basically wanted us to take two factions and face off against each other in custom battle mode. So I think that's what we're going to do. Custom battle mode allows you to replay the game however you want, set the game up with any kind of opponents you want. So we're going to jump in here to the battles. And we're going to do the custom battle. So let's get this set up. And again, I don't know how either of these sides fight, but he wanted us to play as the Bosporans. So apparently the Bosporan kingdom ruled initially by the Hellenized Thracian Spartacid dynasty and subsequently by Mithridates VI of Pontus and his descendants, latterly as clients of Rome, was based around the Greek colonies of the Crimean and Taman peninsulas north of the Black Sea. Its armies consisted of a mix of mercenaries, local militia, and nobles equipped as Sarmatian-style lancers. Incredible. So that's one of the forces. The second force he wanted us to take, I might have to go take a look. Let's take a look here. It's okay, we could take something else, not the end of the world. But I want it to remain fairly, let's see, realistic here. That's okay, we still have 7 minutes. Saka, thank you, Mr. Bodley Scott. So against the Saka, and I might, depending on which one I prefer, let's take a look at the Saka here. So the nomadic Scythian and Saka tribes ruled the steppes at the beginning of this era. Their periodic raids and invasions were much feared. Their armies were composed primarily of unarmored horse archers with a core of more heavily armed nobility. When any attempted punitive action against them, they simply retreated into the steppes until the enemy was forced to retreat. On the battlefield, as well as strategically, they excelled at hit-and-run tactics. I think I'm going to play as the Saka. I haven't really tried an army with particularly strong hit-and-run tactics yet. So I want to see what happens, and I'll play against the Bosporans. So we're going to take the Bosporans here. It will allow open battle, but I want to show you guys that there are plenty of different kinds of actual battle modes or scenarios that you could play in this game. So there's reinforcement kind of scenarios, there's enemy reinforcement scenarios, there's your own reinforcement scenarios, send, flank, march, rear guards, advanced guards, remove the head, escorting baggage trains. By the way, these also make a comeback during the campaign, so you definitely want to pay attention to this. Take a few light horse archers, but mostly cavalry horse archers. Thank you. So we're going to go for it. It's going to be tough for me because, once again, I mainly, when I play this game, or really any game set in this time period, I always go with a force that's heavy in infantry and maybe a few, heavy cavalry, but I never do missile units because I just don't have the patience for it. I end up killing myself. Now, we could pick any number of different map types. I think this time we're going to go for something a little strange. Actually, no, let's take the steppes. But after all, the Saka are from the steppes. I think the steppes would be an appropriate place to start. So let's create, guys. Here we go. And let's see what happens. So, route the enemy army by, and this is, of course, the objective. For those of you that have played Sengoku Jidai or Pike and Shot, you already know this. But essentially, we have to route at least 40% of their troops, or 25% more than we have lost by the time we get to 40%, or just 60% in general. I'm going to go ahead and take a look here. So the Saka look really fascinating. we can already see just the way that each of these units look. And for those of you that have been at our last stream, you know that each unit just has its own interesting sort of look. So I love the cataphracts, and you can actually get a look here on the right side of the Your Army screen to get an explanation of what they are. They're heavily armored lancers. I'm assuming, but I could be wrong, that in this battle these may not be very useful. I'm definitely going to go ahead and take some light horse archers. So Richard Bodley Scott said a few. I think I'll take 3 or 4, probably maybe 4. Nomad horse archers, and I guess these would be the cavalry horse archers that he's referring to. So we're going to take a few of these, but I'm not moving forward until I get his okay, because Richard Bodley Scott is the creator of the game. He knows this game best. I want to take some cataphracts, but I'm not sure I should. I'm really not sure I should. So they've got a lot of lancers. We're going to need some of our own lancers to challenge them, I think. Maybe not. CINC, what's the abbreviation on this? All right, so I'll take some cataphracts, thanks. Okay, so we'll take some of those. And maybe the rest we go for horse archers and light horse archers. Should get a few. Commander-in-Chief. That's awesome. So that's I mean, that brings up another point. So essentially, this game has generals. These generals, command your armies. They can also, increase morale, or I'm not sure if it's increase morale, increase attack. But once they get killed, all of the guys around your general have to do a morale check. So once your general falls, it's pretty likely that one of your guys is just going to say, you know what, screw this, I'm out of here, I give up, and just run away. It's definitely a possibility. This is the first time ever that I've gone with a purely horse army. We'll take maybe 1 unit of Eastern Archers just to go ahead and fix this. I am going to use the auto deploy button, and I'm going to accept this selection. Should definitely buy some base stars too. Take all the cataphracts, he's saying. Yeah, we've got 4 cataphracts. Here we go. So I hope this works out. And we're in deployment mode. We've already allowed the auto deploy. And there we go. And Ishbakai, son of Akrosa. He's one of the sub-generals. Let's get these horse archers in a line. Actually got some cataphracts over here too. But man, this is going to be cavalry heavy is an understatement. Only cavalry. Here we go. So I have no idea how to do well with a cavalry-centric force. This is going to be interesting, to say the least. Maybe you guys can give me some suggestions. But what I'm thinking is we definitely have some cataphracts in this line. We want to move up in general, get these guys on the left to hit their right flank really hard, fire at them, move back, fire at them, move back, over and over and over. Hopefully this works. So here we go, guys. We're going to go ahead and end the turn and allow the enemy to set up. Wow. They definitely look impressive. I mean, they have quite a few cavalry themselves. We'll get a closer look at this force of Bosphorans. So you can see the Bosphorans also seem to have cataphracts, but in this case, they're actually armored noble lancers. And Richard Bodley Scott mentioned that these guys would be heavy in lancers. So we don't want them near our horses. They'll definitely knock us down pretty quickly. All right, let's see what we can do here. Yes, too late. I hope it's not too late. All right, let's move up. So I'm already going over there for that, just kind of like turning in a bit. But I think we want to be a little more careful. So this is our cataphracts. And these are the nomad horse archers. Let's see if we can get a shot off, get some first blood. 5, nice. So as you can see, we've got to turn and fire to hit this unit. Turning and firing, you're not going to get as much damage as if you were to just fire head on, but we're not in a position where we can fire head on, so we've got to kind of micromanage a bit. Now, I probably should have moved these guys individually, because moving them the way I did, I messed the lines up a bit. I think we'll be all right, but there's definitely a certain way to do this. And in this case, in case of a lot of cavalry, it's not like with the infantry where they line up perfectly. You definitely want to take your time. I'm going to move this unit forward. And unfortunately, there's not going to be any damage this turn. Perhaps next turn we'll do some serious wins here. Yes, too late to sort out my command structure, indeed. I hope this is sufficient. We'll have to see. Let's end the turn. I'm just not the kind of general that runs away that easily. You know, typically my command style is attack, 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 and sometimes to a fault. You know, sometimes I'll send in guys to attack. They'll get completely crushed, and I'll just send in more men after them. You know, sort of in a vain attempt to save them. Or to turn the battle. So this to me is very new, and I can't wait to see how I perform. I'm definitely going to be targeting individual units with missiles, because I think the only way we're going to be able to make these guys run is either to charge them head on here, which we could do, or to hit them with a lot of missiles. So just to bombard them with missile fire. And there we go. We've already disrupted one of the units. That's pretty awesome. Let's get close. Turn and shoot. I could charge, but they're just going to run. So I'm going to go ahead and keep with the Bosporan idea of firing. Consistently, of course. Thought we might be able to get some shots on those slingers, and sure enough, we are. Nice. Now, this is our general, or one of our generals, our sub-general. I'm not sending him out in the front lines. Even though, believe it or not, him being in the front lines, he could do a lot of damage. It's not going to happen. The enemy held firm with that attack, but also by holding firm, it does look like that proves to us that we are putting the enemy in a tough situation. This enemy's having to hold firm to avoid breaking, so that's a good sign. It means we're definitely messing with them a bit. They're not fragmenting yet, but they could very soon. Disrupted, that's what I'm talking about. We've got, here is our leader, Agar, son of Deushba. So this is definitely, how can I put this? These are definitely very steppe-like names. I can tell already. Let's move the horse archers up. Run, you dogs. I really want to charge this unit with my cataphracts, but I know better. They're just going to run. So what we will do is get up close and personal with these guys and hopefully get them to retreat. Man, they've got a lot of resilience. All right, we're just going to keep on firing here. 10, not bad. And there we go. We've disrupted another enemy unit. And actually, we've got another sub-general here, Sanerg, son of Arasakom. Really cool. Yes, I should have played the Bosporans. Absolutely right, Richard. I mean, the issue there was I don't want to have to chase these guys around the field, but I think you're probably right. I think Bosporans are more my style. I'm not really an archer. This is like a guy playing an RPG who usually plays a knight trying a sorcerer. Doesn't always work so well, but we'll have to see what happens. So we'll end the turn, and let's hope for the best. We're turning it over to the Bosporans. All right, nice. We got a retreat. But, of course, a retreat is not a break. We've got to keep that in mind, guys. They're managing to do some serious damage here to one of our nomad units. Yes, we are in Milan. Though I speak about as much Italian as somebody from Singapore. Let's see. Okay, here we go. So now I'm starting to consider maybe we could do some charging. What I think we need to do is we need to fall back a bit. But again, I'm very new to these kind of tactics, so I am going to fall back I hope we can still get a shot. And it looks like we can. Pretty nice. Now we could possibly take our cataphracts and do some damage. I'm going to try. We are charging with a general. But, hey, you gotta, you know, win some to lose some, as they say. Let's go ahead and we'll fire here. I'm going to break this unit. Fragmented, guys. Let's break these bastards. We will cover you in arrows. Actually, I think I'll turn my attention to these guys now. It'd be great to just focus on one unit entirely, but, you know, we really can't do that. There we go. We've disrupted them. Now I'm getting worried. Their armored noble lancers are getting close. This is where things start to turn, I think. 16, though, that's a really good hit. Although it kind of makes sense. I mean, if you imagine the fact that these armored noble lancers are probably charging forward or moving forward, you know, essentially they're going to be taking shots from arrows and they're going to be moving forward on their horse. That velocity from both sides is probably going to make actually piercing their armor a bit easier than if they were just standing still. Again, I'm not a major in physics. I'm just guessing here. Let's go ahead and fire. 15. Thank you, Richard. So, absolutely. Charge once they're fragmented. I like this idea. Now, these guys are fragmented. I'm going to try a charge, and I can see what Richard's talking about. And by the way, guys, Richard is the one that created this game. Absolute legend at creating these strategy games. And he is suggesting we charge. And as you can see here, our chance of a win is very high. Our chance of a loss is non-existent. That being said, we could get stuck here dealing with the enemy. But they broke, and look at that. He's absolutely right. They dispersed. And actually, I'd like to ask Richard, I always wondered this about the game, and I have my own belief system as to what it means. And the question is as follows. What does actual dispersal entail? Now, from what I understand, dispersal entails dropping your weapon and running in any direction you can to try to save your life. Would that be accurate? Because I've always wondered sort of that, the dispersal thing. We know what disrupted is, but to disperse, you know, obviously if you disperse a crowd, you get rid of the crowd. But I'm wondering in this context, would it just be, you know, yeah, that's about it. That's what I was thinking. So basically they're just like, screw this. We don't want to fight anymore. Let's go back home. Let's go back to our farms. Enough of this. I could absolutely see that happening. It actually reminds me of sort of losing that will to fight. Can be so dangerous in war. I was reading a story about World War I, where essentially something like one German soldier was guarding, I think, 100 French prisoners. And when he was asked, I don't remember if it was a reporter or just some amateur historian that asked him, you know, why is it only you guarding these prisoners? And he essentially explained that, like, once you lose the will to fight, the chances of actually attempting an escape or attempting anything like that or fighting back are pretty small. So once these guys disperse, they're not coming back to the battlefield. Their days of fighting are pretty much over. They might fight in a later battle, you know, years down the line or months down the line, but it's unlikely. You know, war has scarred them for good. Now here, we're going to charge. And they evaded. Now, I'll be honest, I messed up there because I was a bit too far for the charge. I should have gotten a little closer and we would have crushed those guys. Also, look at these imitation legionaries. They are trying to look like Romans, and they're doing a pretty good job at it, too. Oh, yes, they are, Kid Chaos. You better believe it. So we've already fired at these guys. Next turn, we're going to have to charge them. If there is a next turn, as we always say. All right, I think we've moved everybody. We still have Agar. Try to fire at the enemy that's wavering here. 16! Shoot them right in the back. And let's move up Sarang. Sanarg, I should say. These step names are so harsh. Like, so harsh, I've got to say. It sort of reminds me almost of, like, orc names. I mean, the steppe people are very hard people. Very tough people. Here we go. Looks like one of their units may have rallied here. And yes, we do have our flank with one of our horses. Absolutely a mistake. But we're going to evade, although we won't be able to evade for long. I don't know if Richard Bodley Scott's going to want to comment on that. We'll have to see. Here we go. So now they are engaging our general. So I made a major mistake moving the general forward. I probably should have kept him back. Now we definitely have to fight it out with our general. Let's hope we do a good job. I must say, even though I'm not the best at this missile combat, I'm not used to this style of warfare. I'm liking the missile setup. It's fun, you know. It's something different. I'm so used to charging all the time. It's absolutely a change. And look at that. We actually managed to disrupt an enemy unit with our general. I think we can win this fight. 31. We fragmented them. Can we charge? Yes, we can. And we've broken an enemy unit and dispersed them. Beautiful. Too polite to come. You certainly are. Excuse me, guys. All right, let's see. So I'll probably fire at the Imitation Legionaries. I hate Imitation Legionaries. And I don't mean to say I hate using them. I love using them. In fact, my favorite faction in this game, Richard, I wish you'd put in the Lusitanians, although I know that by this point they were pretty much the Lusitanian groups, I think by 280 BC, weren't entirely destroyed, but, you know, pretty much thrown to the winds. But my favorite faction is the Sertorian Spanish. And those are the Spaniards under Quintus Sertorius. They are incredible. And if you take that particular army, guys, you get a tremendous amount of these Imitation Legionaries. And actually, I fought against real Legionaries in this game and actually managed to win. So believe me, those Imitation Legionaries, the only thing that they're imitating, you know, that they're not doing perfectly is getting that Roman red. In terms of their fighting style, they're just like any other legionary, and they're quite good. Oh, very cool. Wait a minute. There's a list for those? Maybe I may not have seen it yet. I would love to play as the Lusitanians. They are the Lusitanians. Wow, I did not know this. Thank you, Richard. No wonder I like them so much. That's awesome. So no wonder I like them so much. So I was loving the Sertorians. I was playing against David Sherrock, somebody else in the company, and I was playing as the Sertorians, and I was like, this is my favorite faction, without a doubt. It's so cool to see. So we do have a Lusitanian faction. They're great. They're just great. Definitely makes me very happy. We're going to be playing... Hey, guys, well, now we know next time we play Field of Glory 2, you guys already know what faction I'm going to be picking. It's going to be the Sertorian Spaniards. And to be fair, I think it was something only like 20% of the Portuguese genotype is Lusitanian. But, you know, as somebody who's half Portuguese, we certainly relate to that, you know, to that group. I would say that, you know, Portuguese in general probably have more in common with Gauls, or maybe Celts, than they do with Lusitanians, but there's definitely that Lusitanian, that Luso pride we call it. Let's see if we can run these guys off. Impacts, 38, held firm. Not bad. All right, well, I'm going to turn these guys around, first of all. Oh, come on, there we go. And, what to do. Now, this is where I get confused with a missile-based army. Once you get into this position and you're right up against the enemy, it's sort of like, do you run? Do you fire? You know, it gets a little confusing. I'm going to turn and fire at this infantry unit. But I'm thinking I probably should be charging them. I'm going to go ahead and move in. I believe it's already available in document form, actually, Alsagoths. We do have army lists already. I'm not sure, though, if that's just for the employees over here or if everybody can take a look at it. Muso, if you could, can you please ask Danny, if he's got that, and if he does, maybe we can share it here. Another thing we can do is, we're going to go ahead and eventually the stream's going to end. Maybe at the end of this stream, we can go ahead and take a look at the army list for you guys, for those of you that are interested. I wouldn't mind doing that at all. And by the way, so Richard, what was the end ultimately for Quintus Sertorius? Did he live out his days in peace and harmony, or was he murdered? Sort of what happened to him? And in your opinion, did the Lusitanians, or I guess a better question would be, what group of this time period, besides the Lusitanians, would be closest to the Portuguese? I guess probably the Spaniards, right? But I'm trying to sort of figure out which of these groups would be closest. I think we've moved every unit. We still can move the general, but we're going to keep him here, and we'll end the turn here, guys. Oh, that's right. We've got some Eastern archers. And we can actually fire here at the Armored Noble Lancers right through the side. Thank you, Muso. Very cool. So there we go, guys. There's the army list. Ending the turn. Oh, we've already disrupted some of the enemy. Now that unit is definitely in trouble, fragmented. It's now the enemy turn. Keep in mind, guys, that there are those combat scenes in between turns, or those sort of, I guess you could say, the combat phase. Oh gosh. He was assassinated. Richard Barley Scott says he was assassinated by Marcus Perpenevento at a banquet. Oh, it's like the Red Wedding all over again. Shame. That is a shame. And I guess Vitiathus would be before this time period. I could be wrong. Vitiathus was another of the Lusitanian chiefs. Also betrayed. Well, in this case, Vitiathus was betrayed by his own men. Murdered by his own men, just stabbed to death. Probably at the instigation of Sulla. Oh, damn it, Sulla, why? And I have to say, Sulla is probably one of my favorite historical dictators. Not like I'd like to live under his rule, just that he was very effective in what he did. I've suddenly lost all love for Sulla. All right, let's go ahead and charge into these guys. And we're going to get a win here. Going to be able to impact them, held firm. Let's charge again. Maybe they need a little more coaxing to run off the battlefield. They are fragmented. They're going to fall back. And actually, we could even charge into the enemy here, but that wouldn't be a very good idea, though. Let's see if we can fire at them. Let's do that. Get some nice damage. And look at this. One of their generals is right up here on top of us fighting. Pharnakion, son of Tyrannis. We definitely need to stop this, so we're going to do a flank charge, guys, with our Armored Noble Lancers. Or, excuse me, our Nomad Horse Archers. And Horse Archers against Noble Lancers. And right now, we are making the enemy general run for his life. This is great. I should have attacked him. All right, let's see. Here we go. We could charge. No, I think we're going to stay put. Now, this is where I'm concerned. However, as you can see, even against these Armored Noble Lancers, our Cataphracts are still going to do incredibly well. 56% chance of a win, 43% chance of a draw. We're not going to lose. I'm going for it. Of course, we could still lose the general. He could still die, but we're going to keep attacking. I definitely want to be careful here. We've got some enemies getting behind our general. I just now noticed them. And even if it means possibly charging, I think that might be what we have to do. We can't let these guys attack our general on a flank. But we may have no choice. Let's go here. I think we're going to have to fire. Those Imitation Legionaries are going to slam into us and do a lot of damage. Come on. Make sure we moved everybody. I think we have, but I think we need every single missile we can get here. Every single arrow we can get. So let's make sure, and nope, we didn't get that attack. Let's do it. We could actually charge this guy and actually get a really good effect. And look at that, that's another one of the enemy generals. They're terrified of us. These guys are just running off the field in terror. Boss Burns at 14%. And we'll end the turn it over to the enemy. Here we go. General fallen! No, that's one of ours, guys. We lost a general. That is not good at all. We just lost one of our generals. I believe it was us, unless I'm mistaken. I believe it was Agar, son of Tejushpa. But actually, I didn't see that animation closely enough to see who lost the general. I believe it was us, though. It happens. I told you guys, even when you're on top, even when you're doing great, you can certainly lose a general. It may have been the commander-in-chief. Very lucky attack there by the Bosporans if they got that. There are several difficulty levels, Khandra. I'll show you them in a second. Yeah, he does still seem to be there. That could just be an aspect of us still being in beta. But he survived. Maybe he's undead. Who knows? Let's take a look here. So these Nomad Horse Archers are in serious trouble. I think we can do a nice little charge here. Disrupted, not bad at all. Not bad at all, not bad at all. I think you might be right. Richard. Beautiful. Well, that makes our job a little bit easier. We've already fragmented the enemy, and we've broken another enemy unit. And look at that, we're chasing them. Now, we are in a pretty dangerous spot, I'll admit, behind enemy lines here. But you know what? I think we can handle it. I think we can handle ourselves. And still get a victory. And I'm going to charge as well. Although, actually, our impact wouldn't be that good. Impact on top essentially lets us know how strong our charge is going to be, whereas melee lets us know during the combat phase how well we're going to do. So the charge would actually be pretty bad here. Our impact, we lose 49% of the time. So I'm not going to do that, but I will continue moving forward and trying to injure these guys. And just like Richard said, the trick here, and I've definitely learned something with the missile units, the trick is to get the guys to start breaking down, to get the guys to start getting disrupted. And once they're disrupted, you charge, and they're going to run away. Pretty simple. So I love the tactic. I think it's really cool. I think it's going to take a while before I get comfortable with this tactic, though. It's like I said, very new to me. But it's definitely something I could get used to. Who knows? Maybe you're going to see Agrippa playing with missile units from now on. Although I don't think that's the case. I think I'm going to stick to my my Sertorians, my Spanish Sertorians, Lusitanians, and get victories with them. Let's see. Chance of a loss is high here. This is what we want to do. Coming in from the back. All right, guys, we're going to have a 5-minute intermission. We'll be back in about 5 to 7 minutes, and we'll keep on going with the stream. All right, guys, we are back. Sorry, bit of a short intermission there. So let's see what we can do here. Gonna get another attack. And maybe another one over here too. No, I think we moved these guys already. So I want to see, now, here's the thing. We want to charge these guys, but these guys over here, it's who we really want to get to. It's another one of the enemy leaders. And as you can see, it actually shows the number of Noble Lancers here too. I think that should be pretty easy to take out, but I'm not 100% sure if that's going to be enough. We'll have to wait and see. And I think that's it. We're going to have to turn it over to the enemy. There we go. Lots of retreating going on here. Musa says it's definitely less than €1,000. Yeah. It's definitely less than €800. Look, we're getting even closer. You see how nice we are? Look at that. A lot of Bosporans retreating here. And I think we can actually see the dead enemy general on the field there, guys. I don't know if you guys see that. Look at that dead enemy general in the middle of the field. Beautifully displayed for us to see. I wonder, and I'm not sure if Richard can answer this, because I'm sure each culture is different, but what would the Scythians have done with a dead enemy general? I wonder if they would bury him with, or even a dead enemy king, would they bury him with, with respect, or would they just, since these are steppe people, I'm assuming they would just urinate on the guy, fire a bunch of arrows into him, and ride off into the steppes. I'm assuming that's what would happen. I'm not 100% sure. But certainly, in this case, it's a possibility. All right, let's go. Like I said, steppe people are harsh. Make a cup out of his skull. That's an excellent response. I think even the and these are not steppe people, but and this is I think a bit more in the future. The Lombards from northern Italy, currently the area I'm in now. There was actually a Lombard king, and I'm totally paraphrasing here because I don't remember his name. Richard will probably know. And this Lombard king married a woman, and basically he took this woman's father, killed him, and made a cup out of his skull, and she ended up assassinating him. His wife, and I always thought that was such a fascinating story. That's definitely something you would do with your enemy to show total domination over him. Like, there's no chance this guy is ever coming back. I just looked over at the chat really quickly, and the OO looked like a U, and I thought for a second there Richard had said, we don't have plans for cup at present, like as if somebody had asked, are you guys gonna allow that? Can we actually make cups out of skulls in the game? Yeah, no plans for co-op at present. Let's see. I'll go ahead and go in for the melee attack. Fire at the warband? Why not? Actually, I probably should have fired at the imitation legionaries. Much more concerned about those imitation legionaries. Damn, no, that's not gonna work. This will work though. And this will also work. These guys are holding out for a while, man. Gotta give it to them. We might have to kill them before it's starting to make cups for their skulls. I'd actually have to show some mercy here because they're putting up, like they're quite brave. I mean, obviously their auxilia troops are, I keep saying auxilia, really they're archers, they're their javelin throwers, things like this. They're running extremely fast, but the rest of their army is pretty damn strong. Let's take a look here. And charge. No, that's not going to go well. Okay, we'll do this, and we shall end the turn. Okay, so here we go. So I have finally the name of that Lombard king. His name was Rosamund. Rosamund was the wife. His name was Alboin. And basically, for whatever reason, and I'd have to read into the history, he married her. I think he conquered her father's lands. He married her, killed her father, made a cup out of his skull, and ultimately was killed by her. Very, very fascinating story of sort of ancient wars, just wars in general. Look at that, we're breaking these units. These guys are starting to really fragment. We've got some units that are rallying. We've also got some units that are dispersing too. But as you can see, the Bosparans have lost 25% of their men, so we're doing much better than the Bosparans are. But still, of course, a lot of fighting going on here. Yeah, we're not even at release yet. Exactly, Musso. We're not even at release. You guys gotta love what we have here. I mean, the replay value of what we have already is huge. It's just huge. So it's not like you're gonna run out of things to do right now. And actually, what we'll do right now, we're gonna end this stream pretty soon, just to make sure we don't lose it this time. I'm gonna save this twice over. So we're gonna call this one Agrippa Don't Forget, so that we can continue this in our next stream. And we'll name the second one, just to make absolutely sure, Bosphorus. But I want to show you guys the army lists. I'm not going to be able to show you every single army list, but we'll definitely take a look at a few of them. And so let's just take a look here at the battles. We'll go into custom battles. And take a look here at, these are the army options. I don't want to show you guys the armies themselves. I can't show you each individual army list, but we can go through the army list. So I'm just going to go down slowly here for you guys to take a look. And again, you can also follow the link that that Musso left and click on that to take a look. But this is basically the army list right here. I really want to try the Italian hill tribes at some point. I want to see what they're like. The Ligurians, I've tried them. Extremely fun to play with. Roxolani also really good. And as you can see, we've also got different years. So, to sort of show you just how much these armies would change over time. It's pretty fascinating. And for those of you fans of Spartacus out there, we've got a slave revolt. And here we go, led by the Thracian gladiator Spartacus from 73 to 71 BC. And the slave revolt is really fun to play as, but I will say definitely requires a little bit of practice beforehand. Very fun stuff, though. Extremely enjoyable. And of course, if you guys enjoy epic battles, we've got a whole host of epic battles. Now, of course, you could come right here and create your very own epic battles using this custom battle system. But you can also jump into the epic battle system over here. Just jump into epic battles, and we've got a ton of different legendary battles where you can play as one side or the other. So a lot to do here, guys. In the scenarios list, you can see right here. We've also got an excellent history written here to explain what each of these battles, the significance of each of these battles, and just a bunch of great stuff. Some great multiplayer. Over here in the office, we've been doing a lot of multiplayer between the staff just to have fun. But I know that once this game comes out fully, this is going to be something that we're going to be using a lot of. And I hope to see some of you guys on the multiplayer Battlefield. Well, that about wraps it up, guys, for this stream. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you guys had a really good time. We're definitely going to finish up that battle this time. We're not going to lose it. And again, we are in pre-beta phase, or in beta phase, I should say. So, you know, occasionally we're going to lose some of the saves. Just kind of the way it works, unfortunately. I definitely want to play as the Sertorians very, very soon. But thank you so much, guys, for watching. Thank you, Richard Botley Scott, for making an awesome game. And let's get this thing out as soon as possible. All right, friends, take care. Thank you again. I hope you guys didn't lose too many slits during this stream. I see a lot of betting going on here in the chat screen. Also, guys, one last thing. If you could take a look at our YouTube channels, our Matrix and Slytherin channels, Muso is going to put in the chat down below, which definitely want you to go ahead and subscribe to those. Actually, I'll put the Matrix one here, 1 second. So definitely subscribe to Matrix, and also join our Battlestar Galactica Deadlock tournament over there in the link Muso left, if you think you can beat one of us in a Battlestar Galactica match. Okay, guys, that's it. Thank you so much for watching. Take care. Have an awesome day.